Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Huda binti Radzuan. Today I'm going to explain about definition of pressure groups. Pressure group is any collection of people organized to promote a goal. They share or to receive some objective of government that relates to the political process. It is also any voluntarily organized group of individuals outside the governmental structure which attempts the nomination, appointment of government personnel, government administration, and public policies. There are several characteristics of pressure group. The first one, they have a formal structure. The second one, they try to influence public policies. And the last one, they try to influence power rather than exercise the responsibilities of government. Now we're going to discuss about the types of pressure groups. There are 4 types. The first one is associational pressure groups. So these types of pressure group have distinctive name, national headquarters, and professional employees, and they also use effective procedure for pursuing their interests. For example, Federation of Malaysian Consumer Associations, FOMCA. So, FOMCA is a national non-governmental organization that is voluntary, not-for-profit, non-political, and civic-oriented. FOMCA links the activities of consumer associations in Malaysia and works alongside the national and international levels toward strengthening consumers.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir bin Mustaffa. So I would like to present about types of pressure group, which is non-associational pressure group. Firstly, non-associational pressure group is a group that have informal structure. These include caste group, language group, and so on. However, they are aware of their own distinctiveness from others because they possess similar characteristics. They also seldom act as coherent politic groups, but they are often treated by others as if they did. These groups are present in every society and at times may form temporarily. So we will continue with the examples of the non-associational pressure group. As you can see, these are the symbol of Senior Citizen Association. This association is created to ensure that senior citizens remains in the mainstream of Malaysia society. It is also to harness the resources of senior citizens for sustainable socio-economic development and more.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Zaleha binti Zulkefli, and I will explain about the next type of pressure groups. The next type of pressure group is institutional groups. These groups are formally organized by professionally employed persons. They are part of government and try to exert their influence into the government. Most of them are political parties, legislature, army, and bureaucracies. Whenever such an association raises protests, it does so by constitutional means and in accordance with the rules and regulations. In Malaysia, we have Public Service Department (PSD) as the one of example of institutional groups. PSD was established at Singapore in 1934 and known as Malayan Establishment Office (MEO) that operated from the City Hall. They have their own vision and mission, and they also have a lot of objectives. The one of their objective is manage civil servant and develop human resource management policies through strategy and effective service policies formulation and implementation. This is to improve their service in their organization.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syamimi Atiqah binti Azlan. Okay, today I will explain about the four types of pressure group, which is enemy groups. Okay, these type of groups are born spontaneously when people strongly oppose specific policies. There is a serious public concern that demands immediate political action. The word enemy means a sense of separation from special norms without any pre-planning or organization. When people want to show their disappointment about a particular government policy, the group of that people is called as an enemy group. Usually this type of pressure group came forward when the government is responsive to their demands and they feel that none of them is voicing their demands, so that they have no other alternative other than having street demonstrations. In Malaysia, we can see that UMNO is one of the enemy groups. UMNO is Malaysia's biggest and main national opposition political party. UMNO's goals is to uphold the aspirations of Malay nationalism and the concept of Ketuanan Melayu, as well as dignity of race, religion, and country. This party also aspires to protect the Malay culture as the national culture and to uphold, defend, and expand Islam across the Malaysia.
Now we're going to discuss about the strategy that has been used by pressure groups in order to influence public policies. The first one is mass campaign. This strategy has been used by pressure groups of all ages. The medium that used by pressure groups to influence policymakers and publics are normally the electronic devices and printing media such as television, radio, and newspaper. They will inform, educate, entertain people. They also influence the way the people look at the world and make them change their views. Biologists and scientists have run television shows and published magazines to channel the information of the endangered sea species and the suggestion for the local government to take action to encounter with the problems they may face.
The second method is lobbying. Lobbying allows any individuals or groups to influence legislators and bureaucrats. Many pressure groups have their own permanent agents to establish personal contacts with the member of parliament or congress and influence their votes either in favor or against a particular bill. They are called lobbyists. The standard tactic for lobbying is to appear before the legislative committees to argue for the demands. A pressure group lobbies to induce members of the legislature to introduce, modify, pass, or kill a particular bill. For this type of alternative, we can see that Automobile Association of Malaysia is one of the example.
Okay, so now I would like to talk about methods or strategies of pressure group. Public protest is one of the methods that pressure group use. Pressure groups may have their objection and opposition on certain government policies and intend to force the government to change the policy. So pressure group have often public protests. Secondly, public protests may be violent or some may not. Protests could be done by words or by action. This includes individual statement, mass demonstration, rallies, boycotts, marches, and more. So this is the example of public protests. The example of public protest is Bersih 2.0 rally. It was a demonstration in Malaysia held on 9 July 2011. This is organized by Bersih, which are Coalition for Clean and Fair Election, and it is supported by the opposition party, the Pakatan Rakyat, in order to push the Election Commission of Malaysia to ensure fair and free election in Malaysia.
The next strategies that used by pressure group is litigation. This to influence the government and public in order to achieve their objective. Litigation is the term that used to describe proceeding initiated between two opposing parties to enforce or defend a legal right. Litigation is typically settled by agreement between the parties, but may also be heard and decided by a jury or judge in court. That means the process bring into the court. Interest group often to turn to litigation to pursue their causes. This is known as strategic litigation because it's calculated to further a particular cause. Interest group use strategic litigation to sue groups they oppose. For example, the National Association for Advancement of Colored People and AACP. And AACP, well known for initiating and supporting lawsuits against segregated school system as a part of its overall fight for racial equality. In conclusion, pressure group occupy a very important place in modern political system, whether Western or non-Western. This was a time when these pressure groups were viewed with alarm and moral indignation. They are also considered as an indispensable and helpful element of a democratic process. In addition, pressure groups, although are not directly involved in politics, but they have a very significant role to play as the pressure groups to a large extent helps in forming the public opinion. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.